Yes. Good morning, dear all professors and research scholars. Sir, shall we start? Yeah. Okay,
Yes, sir,
okay.
definitely.
So, good morning, dear all professors and research scholar. Sir, I am audible to all of you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, very good. Very good morning. Good morning, all of you. Good morning, Professor Kharnar, sir. I
Good
welcome to
morning.
you in the Faculty Development Program of Electric Vehicle, sponsored by AICT Atal and organized by Mechanical Engineering Department, Veer Mata Jijabai Technological Institute, Matunga, Mumbai. I welcome to you, sir, for the session on the application of tribology in automotive engineering. We start this session with the brief introduction of Dr. H.P. Khairnar. Dr. Rishikesh Prakash Khairnar, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, Veer Mata Jijabai Technological Institute, Mumbai. Sir has done his BE Mechanical from North Maharashtra University, Jalgaon in 1998. Master of Mechanical Engineering from Mumbai University in 2005. PhD in Mechanical Engineering from VJTI Mumbai in 2016. Area of academic research in automotive tribology, contact mechanics, automotive brakes. Sir has membership of lifetime member of Tribology Society of India and a lifetime member of IIIE. Sir has done the publications in various journals in national and international journal more than 30 and also presented the papers in the various conferences organized by NITs and IITs. More than 30 students have been completed their MTechs in under the supervision of Dr. H.P. Khairnar and 4 students pursuing PhD under the guidance of Professor Khairnar. Sir has organized QIP short-term courses, TACUP funded faculty development program and various training programs at Mechanical Engineering Department, VJTI Mumbai. I welcome to you, sir, and I request you to start the session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Bharetia. Thank you for the introduction.
Thank you, sir.
It's a very good initiative from your side. Now, this opportunity is being given by. Am I audible, sir? I'm clearly audible.
Yes, sir. From my side, it's okay. All other professors, please respond.
Yes, sir.
There is no issue. I will keep asking some of the participants in between whether
Yes,
the visibility is there or not. Okay, thank you, sir. So, I think we will continue this session. See, all of you must be from the technical field. So, this particular area, that is, Dr. Baretti has chosen to organize FDP. It's a now most research area. Some of you might be knowing it. At international level, electrical vehicles are being considered commercially as well as environmentally more needed technology. Now, if this is the case, what I am supposed to deliver here is with reference to tribological investigation. Now, in these tribological investigations and electric vehicles, there is a very close relationship. So, entire presentation I am going to manage with reference to tribological investigation and its relevance with the electric vehicle technology. Now, once you study tribology, some of you may know, some of you may not know about the tribology as a research field. Tribology is all about the mating surfaces, the surfaces in contact. That time different forces are acting, and due to that wear and tear occurs. So a lot of issues get created. We are aware that noise, vibration kind of things are there. Now, to avoid all these things, what other things are possible? So tribology is a very important aspect. It is least being considered in our country. Now a lot of awareness is being there, a lot of societies are working, in Mumbai, elsewhere in India, and a lot of interaction is being done. There is one estimate at the international level that if you carry out tribological investigations and if you apply those investigations to different systems, something around 7% of your GDP you can save. So to that extent, the importance of tribology is there. So from that perspective, importance is there. Now, when we consider tribology is not something which is associated to one particular field. Tribological applications are there in each and every field you think of. So it has got wide applications and it has got lot of scope in future as well. So during presentation time, I would like to relate both these things. Firstly, what tribology has been existing, and in terms of electrical vehicle technology, how it is being applied, how you can improve different systems by using tribological application. So that is one thing. um, I will share PPT with you people. Um, in meantime, I will be asking some of the participants whether I'm audible or PPT is visible, or if at all something else is there, you can put it into the chat box. In between also, if there are certain questions or certain doubts are there. I have the habit of collecting feedback simultaneously also. So in the meantime, I will also put one link over there in the chat box. Some of you, if you want to give some particular feedback, you can give over there. Now to start with, firstly, I would like to share PPT. This electrical vehicle technology, as we are studying right now, this technology is not new. Many of us think that it is a new technology, and very least of the things were researched earlier. So it is not like that. If you want to trace out its origin, it is way back in 1800s. So electric vehicles were in existence earlier. But what happened in 1935 onwards, that was, you can say it was a cutting point. Now, PPT is visible. Anyone can answer or
Yes,
put
sir.
it
Yes,
into
sir.
the chat
Yes, sir.
box. Yeah. Oh, so now these electric vehicles were in existence in 1935 or earlier also. Now, yeah, yes, sir. I will share a full screen. Don't worry. Once I start actual with the content. Now, when electrical vehicles were there, what was the reason that not much of the development took place in last, say, you can say 60, 70 years? What was the reason that we actually continued with the gasoline powered vehicles? These vehicles right now we are using are gasoline powered vehicles. So what is the reason for that? So now there were many reasons. Firstly, in electrical vehicles, the kind of manufacturing technology which was existing at that point of time, mass production was not possible. Then there were certain developments. What were those developments? Firstly, the development of electrical starters. So electrical starters were introduced, and then the uh, value of the fuel that is used, that is we call it as gas. The cost of that fuel was very less. So this, especially two developments, people started thinking that why to go along with the electrical vehicles when there are much cheaper options available, manufacturing wise also, and if you consider it is cost wise also. So that was the reason for the development of the vehicles which we are using quite exhaustively nowadays. And then electrical vehicle technology took a backseat. So firstly, we need to understand, now some of you might get surprised, but there is not a single college or single academic institution, even in USA, which is offering a full-fledged ABET accredited course in electric vehicles. So to that extent, our preparedness is there. But still, we are now willing to go to electric vehicle. So what basically the need is there, that is, we want to have environmental friendly systems, and then we need to take into other considerations, that is uh, pollution and other things. So now, if that is the case, what is that tribology can offer? So with reference to tribology, all those things needs to be considered. I am supposed to consider restrict my particular views regarding that only. So first, about this tribological, very big brief description is there. The application of tribological principle is essential for reliability. For improving reliability, suppose if you are that is obvious thing. If you are able to reduce the friction and wear, we can improve the reliability of that system. Then mass production of the motor car has led to enormous advances. See, whenever the mass production is there, we are more concerned about the cost effectiveness. That is basic reason why we are following the mass production. So cost needs to be improved further. So the study of tribology is very important. Some of you might be knowing China is being there for quite some time now as far as the tribology is concerned. So they have exhaustively employed this tribological principle. Then develop a quantitative understanding of failure mechanisms such as wear and fatigue. We all, most of us have studied mechanical engineering. We are aware of the importance of wear and fatigue of materials at various stages. So quantitative understanding needs to be developed. We should be able to estimate it analytically, how things are going. We should be able to predict how things will behave in future. So that is what this quantitative understanding. Now there are actually, I will not go to that extent. There are a lot of mathematical equations used in tribology, which will help you to understand different things, that will help you to estimate it quantitatively, the failure mechanism. Then develop a variety of affordable surface modification. Nowadays, you might be familiar that if you are improving the surface properties, you should be able to reduce the wear and fatigue. So how to improve surface? Different technologies are there, and especially the stress is there on the lubrication. So different lubrication, we might be familiar, is being researched nowadays. Then develop a better understanding of chemistry of lubricants and how additives affect the interactions between lubricants and rubbing surfaces. Now this chemistry aspect is we engineers know very less, but this aspect is very much important. Some of you might be knowing there is already research is going on, and special institutes are being set up over there to study this chemistry aspect in tribology with reference to lubricants. Some of you might be aware that there is a lab at Faridabad set up by IOC. So they are carrying out regular research regarding the lubricants, how to improve the properties of lubricants, especially about their viscosity and heat sustainability. So these things are already in place, but we are not familiar with that. We need to get understanding about that. So this is the importance or background we can say about the tribological principle. Now there are different components when we consider automobile. These are the different components. These are just short components. Otherwise, we are going to consider a whole lot of components are there. Engine, transmission and driveline, tire, brakes, windshield wipers, automotive lubricants. With reference to tribology, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yes,
Now
sir.
slides are visible. It is stuck on
Slide is
first.
not visible.
Now visible. It's stuck on
Okay,
first.
sir. Yeah. Sir, there is there. Due to internet speed, I am not sure. I will be keep asking now. During lecture also, I am experiencing this scenario right now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Next slide, I will now move on. Now this slide was there. to specifically about the components with reference to tribology. But when you come to electric vehicles, you need to add some other components also as well. Now, what are those in detail? We will see in the next slide. Let me just get your feedback whether this slide is visible or not. It
Yes, sir. Visible.
may take 1 or 2 seconds. Yeah, okay, thank you. Are the tribological components. You people can witness different systems are there, especially the electrical systems and electronic systems are there. First one we can say about, we are much familiar, those who are driving four-wheelers, they are much aware of that. Comfort and safety devices are there, like air conditioning, windshield wipers, gears and flywheels are there. These are kinematical systems. MEMS, that is micro electromechanical systems, wheel bearings, tires, suspensions, constant velocity joints, transmission, gears, dynamic seals, electric motors, roller bearings, bushes, slip rings. Now all these systems are especially being noted down with reference to tribology. Let me just introduce you people that there was one very interesting research paper published in 2019 in Elsewhere. All of you can visit. It will be of very good interest to you people. Uh, when I say that this is being researched, most research area in the recent scenario, you can see how many kind of research is going on with reference to electric vehicle technology. Huge amount of scope is there, and too many things are going on over there. That research paper is from Mexico, Mr. Leonardo Israel Fafan. So he has published a very exhaustive research paper on this particular topic. I am also sharing some of his contents over here. So these systems are there. Now some of these systems, if you take four-wheeler nowadays, there is no one particular system which is purely mechanical in nature. There is some electrical arrangements, some electronic arrangements to almost all the systems we are using in electric vehicles, or especially even the vehicles we are using manually we are steering and changing gears also. So these systems are there. I would not like to go into the details. Otherwise, if you go to that extent, then it will take a lot of time, and too many things are available there. Simple example, suppose if you take even the steering system, too many things are there. So I would like to just give you brief view about these systems, how it is concerned with the tribology, and what improvements are there, what scope is there. I'm sure some of you might be researchers, young researchers might be there. Professors are there, they need to update their knowledge. So in that perspective, these things I think will be very helpful to you people. So these were the systems, especially these systems I've selected for explanation with reference to electrical vehicle and tribology components. Now first we will just see what is the impact of this tribological system. First one is, and most obvious thing is, we want a reduction in fuel consumption. So obviously, if there is a reduction in energy consumption, now this slide is visible, impact slide is visible.
No, sir.
No, okay.
So the screen has gone blank.
Yeah, I will present it again. That is another way to ensure. Someone has put some suggestion. I just let me see. Okay, slideshow. Okay, okay. I will try to do that. But even though I tried it with some other things, but it didn't work anyway. Now this, I think it must be visible. Impact slide is there.
So you can click F5 to make it a slideshow.
Yeah, that is there. But then another thing. Okay. The current slide is visible or not? Impact slide is there.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah, okay. So first one, obvious advantage, and when we buy vehicles, our main concern is about reducing fuel consumption. Increase in power output engine. Currently, we are using engine, so that scenario is there. But when we say, see, actual ideal electrical vehicle technology, uh, there should not be engine, and there should not be too much gear changing. Then reduced oil consumption, reduction in harmful exhaust emissions, improved durability, reliability, and engine life, reduced maintenance requirements, and longer service intervals. So these are there with reference to tribology. If you study tribology, these uh, things you can. Now this is not much thing to consider about the engine tribology. You will be able to visible, don't worry. uh, this is a very, now this thing will not be there in electrical vehicles, so I would just quickly go through it and we will move on ahead. Engine tribology is there about the engine bearings, piston assembly, valve trains, and lubrication. Anyway, lubrication kind of thing we require in other systems also, that time we will consider. Bearings are, again, their bearings are not there only in engines. There are other parts where or components in automobile where you require bearings. So these things are there with reference to special reference to bearings. Now, so we normally study bearings in design, so many of us are aware. But when it comes to electrical vehicles and tribological application, what needs to be done and what is the future ahead? So that we need to know about it. So engine tribology was there. We will not consider too much things about that. It's another area which is being researched. Now let me just tell you people, at least another 10-15 years engines are going to remain over there. The way, the kind of development, the pace at which we are approaching to electrical vehicle, it's not sufficient, so it is going to remain there at least another 15 years. This transmission tribology uh, slide right now I'm sharing, is it visible? Transmission. What I will do, I will also switch off my video so that it will help me to improve the visibility. This transmission typology, Mr. Okay, blank screen is there. Okay. So I will, what I will do, I will also switch off my video, so it will help me to improve PPT presentation. Now I think it must be visible. Transmission
Yes, sir.
tribology.
Yes, sir. Transmission
Okay,
tribology.
okay. I think that problem will get resolved. So now this transmission tribology, this is about the transmission drive lines, universal and constant velocity joints, wheel bearings, and drive chains. We all are familiar with these terms. Some way we have listened to it and we are knowing certain basic things about that. These joints things are very important. At joints, force application takes place and it is responsible for wear and tear. So if you are able to reduce over there the friction and wear, we can take care a lot of things. There will be some figures in between. I will be sharing with those numbers actually how these studies are going to help, and these are the predictions, these are the surveys that will help us to improve our understanding and its importance in electrical vehicle technology. Now with reference to electric vehicles, we will discuss it. This roller bearings slide is visible. I have not put the roller bearings.
No, sir.
Okay. So now this roller bearings ICEV is about the internal combustion electric vehicle. So now here nearly 100 bearings are used. That there is an estimate that normally in electrical vehicle there will be 100 bearings will be used. Now mainly tapered roller bearings, thrust needle bearings and wheel bearings hubs will be there. Which are the areas where we will be concentrating. Now, even though the friction loss occurring in a slide rolling bearing is considered as minimal, even a slight reduction of such friction can represent a decrease in energy consumption if the amount of total bearing is considered. Now, what all this means, I have not put everything into the slides, so some perspective I would like to give over here. If you consider the roller bearings, the energy consumption, if you take about the to overcome that friction, it is around 10%. So it's a huge energy consumption. Single rolling bearing may not be that important, but when there are more than 100 bearings are there, so it comes a very to a huge number. So there is always a need that we should improve on the design of the roller bearings to see to see that electric vehicles will get benefit. So with reference to electric vehicle, there are needs, special needs are there that we should improve the roller bearing. So the question is how to improve the roller bearings. Now there are many of you might be knowing about that roller bearings. When you are going to use as an application for electric vehicles, our first need is that we expect electric vehicles to be less noisier than our normal vehicles. There is actually one study being conducted, and people found that accidents are occurring for electric vehicle. Now, what is the reason for accidents occurring? Because there is no noise. We in India, we are familiar that if there is no noise of vehicles or horns, there we normally do not realize that there is a vehicle. But this is another aspect. So there is no noise at all in the electric vehicles. So the pedestrians and other people, they are not much aware that a vehicle is there and accidents are occurring. So it is to that extent we know that is the speciality of electric vehicles. We cannot say it's a disadvantage. We need to encounter it in a different way. But this is the scenario that there is very less noise when you are using electric vehicles. There are reasons for that. First and foremost is that there is no engine, and then a lot of other linkages are absent over there since just because engine is not there. Now, if that is the scenario, you want to reduce the noise, you want to reduce the vibration. So for that rolling bearings, there are certain things which we can do, and in future, the research is concentrating on those things. That is design without much changing the dimensions. We need to change the design of roller bearings so that it will cause less noise, it will cause less vibration. Another thing, what is possibility is that we should be able to change the material. The current used material should be replaced so that it will be helpful in reducing the noise and vibration. So when we see roller bearings with reference to electric vehicles, this is something which we need to be concentrating. There are a lot of other things actually. Bearing is a very vast topic. Go on considering too many things over there. Now the next is gears. This gear slide is visible.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Now visible.
Okay. The gears in the transmission can represent largest source of friction in electric. We are all familiar, especially the drivetrains are there. Electrical vehicle technology requires a lot of things as far as the transmission ratio adjustment is concerned. See, normally drivers are involved into the transmission ratio adjustment. That is, we are selecting particular gears according to the requirements. But in electric vehicles, and especially when we go on to the automatic gear changing, we require, actually the intention is to choose lot of transmission ratio. A wide variety of choosing transmission ratio is regarded as a very good option. So in gears, there is one particular thing. You can also read it over there. That is, as a reference, about 2.75% of the energy supplied in an electrical vehicle equipped with a manual transmission is used to overcome friction produced in gears, generating around 8% from the total friction losses in the vehicle. So this much amount of energy is being consumed over there. Now manual transmission is used normally to overcome the friction produced. How to get all those things done? Gears are there in electrical vehicle. Now when gears are there, our job is to reduce the noise, our job is to reduce the vibration. Then to obviously it will be done with the help of lot of good lubricants if you are using. And then especially the gearing technology is undergoing lot of changes. Which are those changes? Firstly, now the gear changes are being done through sensors. They are assessing, or they are receiving input from different scenarios, and accordingly the interpretations are done, and then the signals are given. Accordingly the gear changing will occur. So normally, some of you, if you are driving vehicles, you must be aware that emergency situation occurs. Obstacle is there, or there's all of a sudden certain other things are there. You need to stop it in emergency. So at that time, gear changing do not occur that fast, or we are not familiar that gears needs to be brought down to the first gear or almost neutral sometimes, but it do not happen most of the times. So if that is the case, now electrical vehicles are supposed to address all those scenarios. So it needs to be very faster. It needs to be responsive, very positive way. So that is how the gear designing or gear train designing needs to undergo, because there is a huge amount of energy consumption being involved into that. So in electrical vehicle technology, this is an aspect where we should be concentrating. Now, normally gears we are using in transmission line. If you see a lot of things you can observe, but when we are considering the transmission, there are whole lot of things nowadays are going. So there is actually journal attributed towards it, that is very well known journal is there, Vehicle Dynamics and Systems by Taylor and Francis. You can just go through over there. Transmission, there are different commercial options. This transmission, now this transmission slide is visible. I've moved on to the transmission slide.
No, sir.
Okay, okay, it will be there. Don't worry. Now these different commercial options of electrical vehicles. What are the things we need? First one, that is automated manual transmission. It is much popularly known as AMT, automated manual transmission. Another one is automatic transmission, AT. Then dual clutch transmission and continuous variable transmission. All these things are there that we need to consider when we are moving on to the electrical vehicle technology. In electrical vehicle, we are normally considering that lot of automation will be there. So especially the transmission which we are needed over here, those are the automated transmission. There are now various options. First and very important thing is that continuous variable transmission. What is this continuous variable transmission? As I told you, we need to choose lot of different transmission ratios. If we are able to choose those correct transmission ratios, different TR gives you different options. It helps you to improve fuel. It helps you to improve your noise and other scenario. So continuously variable transmissions are the need of the time, and then it is the need in especially electrical vehicles. So research is being concentrated on this. it has been investigated to be implemented in electrical vehicles. And obviously, we are all familiar that there is the future. You can say research is concentrated more on the autonomous vehicles. So autonomous vehicles needs a whole lot of transmission systems, which will be totally automated, which will be totally controlled through the sensors. So, we are already familiar. Not much is being done over there. It is a very advanced thing. We still cannot afford the electric vehicles. Autonomous vehicles is a very advanced. If some of you are interested, you can visit the website of MIT. We people are MIT is, at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, US. So the #1 institute in the world regarding the research. You can go over done with reference to autonomous vehicle. Those who are more interested in research and various other project competitions, you people can just visit over. You'll find a lot of interesting things are being done as far as the autonomous vehicle is being considered. I think the slide was visible. The transmission slide was visible. I want to move to the next slide now.
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Okay. So I will move to the next slide. It will be also with some delay. You will be able to observe it. Don't worry. Very important and very interesting topic is there. We need, being an engineer, mechanical engineer especially, we are not familiar with that term, and that is lubricating oil. Normally, we consider oil is something we can purchase. We just use it, and that's all. But lubricating oils, too many things are going on. You people can now actually lubrication oil. There are special journals attributed to this, dedicated to this particular topic. You people can see industrial lubrication and tribology is very well-known journal by Emerald Publication. So a lot of research is being going on oil. Now, what is the importance of lubricating oil? We all are familiar. It is basically there to have the smooth transition. It is basically there to reduce the power consumption and to sustain heat which is being generated over there. Now, there are three essential aspects being considered for development of novel electric vehicle driveline oils, which have not been included in current electric vehicles. Now, what is all this lubricant oil? As such, we are familiar. We people, those who are having two-wheeler, four-wheelers, we are familiar with the normally available oils. But what needs to be done in the future as far as electric vehicle is considered? So regarding that, I have just included certain things over here. First thing is that ability of the oil to limit corrosion of copper elements, mainly copper wiring, and to be compatible with polymers used in electrical and electronic components, namely sensors, resins, and contacts. See, in electric vehicles, that is obvious thing that lot of electronic components are there. Mostly the sensors are, too many sensors are there, and electrical contacts are also there. So copper wiring is there. So it happens, that is the scenario when actually the earlier, now it is not a very new thing for most of the other people. They have been carrying out research on this. Something around 10 years back, actually the electrical vehicle research is being going on, especially in China. 20 years back, actually they took the decision in this particular topic that they will be working exhaustively as far as electric vehicles are concerned. So lot of outcomes are there from China. They found that this copper wiring, which is exhaustively used because of a lot of electrical things and electronic components are there in electric vehicles, corrosion occurs due to the lubricating oil. So that is issue, something which needs to be addressed when we are considering electric vehicles, and we need to reduce the corrosion of copper elements. So how to do that? So we need to especially concentrating about the chemistry of the lubricating oil. How you can have different chemical compositions so that it can address this particular issue. The second, another important aspect is to achieve extreme low viscosity. Even though the oils we are using, we are familiar that if we are able to, viscosity itself is a, if it is high in very because we want to reduce the power consumption, energy consumption. So this is a need for electric lubricating oils, that low viscosity oil needs to be developed. And the third point, very important point, that is improvement of electric properties. Lubricating oils are having tendencies to respond in different ways as far as the electrical systems are considered. So its response to electrical system needs to be improved. Now this is something very specific things I have included, but there are actually too many things in lubricating oil. Nowadays, the electrical vehicles which are being used, there are mineral based lubricating oils being used. So that is the current scenario which is being there. But what is the future of lubricating oils? That future of lubricating oil, especially the electrical vehicles, when we are going to consider, will be the bio-based. We are having Zatrofa and other lot of other elements are there. So we are supposed to improve the different aspects. We are supposed to improve the viscosity aspect, electrical properties, and corrosion aspect when it comes to lubricating oil. When it is now, this is the most research topic, that is bio-based lubricating oils. Lot of research is going on over there, but still there are again issues are there about the bio-based lubricating oils. The major issue about the bio-based lubricating oil, their sustainability, that is in terms of heat and in terms of electrical property. So how you can improve over there, if we can address some of those issues about the bio-based oils. We people are familiar that these bio-based oils are definitely going to be environment friendly, but there are certain restrictions, they are struggling with that. Those restrictions we just discussed now regarding the viscosity and resistance to heat, all those things are there. So if you are able to address those issues with reference to bio-based oils, then definitely it will help you for electric vehicles. So electric vehicle technology, which is currently being more using mineral-based oils, now they need to have their transition in future for the bio-based oil. So you can just go through over these things. Lot of research is being going on over there. The bio-based oil, how you can encounter those, how you can address those issues in bio-based oils. It is the need of the hour that we need to introduce at the earliest. So this is a very important aspect, and we all will be familiar that it is a most needed thing in electrical vehicle. That is to address the issue of electric vehicle technology, lubricating oils. So it is hugely being studied nowadays. Now the next important thing, system we can call, that is steering system. We normally we are having vehicles, we are normally familiar that steering is to be done, to what extent it will cause effect on the energy consumption and other things are there. We are not really concerned about that. We are simply manually manipulating it. But what electric vehicles are demanding in this scenario? So here, the in electric vehicles, steering system cannot be considered as a source of electric energy consumption, since it can be operated by human energy by using pure mechanical steering system, which could be optimized in terms of comfort and durability by decreasing friction and wear of the sliding components involved into the system. Few people might be familiar. If you study the linkage of the steering system, all of you must be knowing, and a lot of other varieties are there about the steering linkages. So you are familiar. We are just manipulating with the manual handling. Then there is least of the energy is being there, but we need to optimize. Why we need to optimize? We people are familiar. There was earlier a normal steering system. Now we are having power steering system. So it is more associated with the comfort and durability. So how you can improve that when we are going to consider about electrical vehicle? See, in electrical vehicle, a major issue is that in most of the things they are more concerned about reducing its weight. So weight reduction actually improves the comfort levels. So when it comes to steering system, this is where the future research is there. Now we are familiar with the autonomous vehicles. If you are considering it as a future, then there won't be any need for the manual handling of steering system. But in that case, how steering will work, how steering will be taken care of. So electric power assisted steering system, EPASS, will be required for the electric vehicle technology. So these electric power assisted steering system, how do they work? There will be sensing through different kind of sensors. There are displacement sensor, there are distance sensors. All those sensors will give you input, and accordingly the steerings will be controlled. So in autonomous systems, autonomous driving systems, we really don't have any particular scope. Especially some hazardous applications, we are more concerned with the this kind of steering system. This steering system, now some of you might be knowing, this is, even though electrical power assisted steering systems are there, so much popular technology is there nowadays. Some of you might be involved into that is electric by wire. So electric by wire, the steering by wire, that system is being introduced, and this is a new technology and it is preferred in electric vehicle technology. So this is a very important aspect, steering system. I think the slide was visible for steering system. I will be moving on to the almost to the very important and finishing topics. The steering system slide was visible. Anybody? Uh,
So we can see tire tribology.
yeah, yeah. Okay, that is very good. Okay. So this is the next, that is tire tribology. Too many things. See, those who are there, I will just give you very interesting things. Some of you who are driving four-wheelers, we least bothered about the tires, but tires contribute to a great extent when it comes to safety, when it comes to improvement in the comfort, and when it comes to improvement in the fuel consumption. So tires are very important. Nowadays, some of you can just observe new models which are being developed. You just observe the width of the tire and the tread patterns over there. You will come to know the importance. Now there are a lot of restriction in India. The first constraint is that we do not really want very costly system. So there is actually research is being going on in India. Whichever tires are we are using currently in most of the vehicle, if it is not too costly, then we will be using the tires which are not applicable beyond the speed of 80 km/h. So if you run your vehicle 80 km/h consistently for 1 or 2 hours, there is a very much possibility that tires will burst. Now the reason is very simple, that we don't really do not want to invest too much into the tires. We want tires to be very uh, cheaper one. That is the only reason. There are too many developments, especially the Michelin. If you are interested, you can just visit the Michelin site. You people will understand what kind of research is being going on there. But the cost effect is always going to be there. If you really want to improve the tire, a lot of costs are involved. It directly actually doubles the cost you are paying right now. So the tire, we are mostly familiar, it must transmit forces from car to the road. The tire must provide firm grip, and it also used to absorb unevenness of the road and provide comfortable journey. So these all things we are familiar with the tires. What really needs to be understood with reference to tribology is that wear characteristics of the tire, tread loss. The tread pattern means the design which is done on the surface of the tire. It gets lost due to the wear. You can see the depth of that, it gets reduced somewhat. Sometimes it is around 4 mm, it gets reduced down to 2 mm, 3 3 mm, then there is a risk that grip will not be there. So if grip of the tire gets reduced to that extent, it is a very hazardous thing. Rate of wear is very important. How you are going to assess it? There is actually a very equations are there. A lot of equations are being developed. There is a very well-known equation for that. They call it as magic formula for tire calculation. There are some 17 parameters that they are going to consider, mathematical parameters, and with that you can help predicting the life of that tire, wear of the tire. So tread wear index they are going to develop. With that, this is where the tribology comes into effect. If you are able to have tread wear index, you can always address those issues. You can find out to what extent the wear out is being there, so that all of a sudden certain wrong things you can avoid, certain accidents. The major thing is that in tires, obviously, if you are going to have those things in mind, you can avoid accidents. Bursting of tires is a very important thing, and losing the grip is another important thing. So these wear characteristics of tires tires are very important. There is a very simple thing as far as electric vehicles are concerned in tires. So I have just quoted over here, that is Holmberg and Admir on friction losses in electric vehicles. About 41% of the total electrical energy supplied to the electric vehicle is used to overcome rolling friction in the tire road contact due to the hysteresis in the elastomeric tire during driving. So in short, just you can understand, 41% of the electric energy will be consumed when you are able to drive the vehicles, electric vehicles. So it can just give you the importance, how much it is really needed to consider the tires, the study of the tires from that point of view, from the electrical vehicle. Brake is another issue. Brake related things are there. What contact pressure distribution and shear traction, materials, friction and wear. We are all familiar. This is where again another scenario where you can expect more of the friction. If you are applying brakes, we frequently apply brakes in India. So there is a lot of scope for friction. We need to improve the materials of the brakes being utilized. Brake is being my research topic, so I can speak a lot of things about the brakes. I will just quickly go through within 1 or 2 minutes with the possible research over there. Especially a lot of things are concentrated in brake about the contact pressure estimation. It is extremely difficult due to the dynamics which is prevailing at the interfaces of the braking surfaces to estimate what actually is the contact pressure. If you are able to measure that contact pressure, you can address so many issues about the brakes. You can address the non-uniform wear. You can address the issues of noise and vibration, and so many other things are there. I will just quickly go through all these things. Brake effectiveness is a very important aspect. The most important thing about electric vehicles, since we are talking about electric vehicles, MEMS. I hope this is the last diagram actually I would like to share with you people, and this is the most exhaustive thing about the electric vehicles. Is it visible? MEMS, micro electromechanical system slide?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, okay. I think you will be able to see it. Just a second. Give me a second. This MEMS system, most exhaustively used system. You cannot expect any electric vehicle. Even today's normal vehicles are also using a lot of. These are, we can just see that these are miniaturized mechanical components which are used. We call them as micro electromechanical system. So in the diagram, is it visible now? The diagram?
Not
No,
yet,
sir.
sir.
No. Yeah, okay, I will just share it again then, because this is the
Yes, sir.
most
Now you
important.
can see it.
Okay, okay. This is the most important diagram, I think, when you come to electric vehicles. We are driving vehicles, but we are not familiar about that. First one is the acceleration and gyros for ESP. Now GPS, roll detect, So all that technology, you can see the location of those, all these things. Micro scanners for head-up displays, IR sensors for driver vision enhancement, road monitor, cabin temperature, air quality, anti-fog, etc. So these are different kind, you can say infrared sensors. Then RF MEMS oscillators. These are located on the rear part of the vehicle. TPMS, this TPMS system is there for estimating the pressure, whether the pressure is enough or not. Let me tell you, we people are not concentrating over there. If enough amount of pressure is there, it will always going to reduce the rolling resistance. And if it is able to reduce the rolling resistance, you will be able to save on fuel and lot of other things. So this TPMS is a very interesting scenario. It will directly give you on the dashboard the pressure, whether it will give you alarming situation if it falls down. Then pressure accelerometers are there, gyro for slide airbag sensing. People are more familiar with the airbag technology. So it basically works on the sensor system. Flow sensors are there for HVAC, inclinometers for zero set alarm, electronic parking brake, headlight level. Then there is a pressure flow sensor for engine management. Currently engine management is there, so this is how. So these different, you can see MEMS systems are being used over there. These are now the integral part of the electric vehicles. I think there are a lot of things are there, but we are coming to the closure. I will just like to tell you people, if you want to really research on those things, then I actually tried with the friction coefficient, perhaps the most important parameter in entire tribological applications. How it varies, what parameters actually are involved into the estimation of friction coefficient, and how you can estimate. Estimation of we normally familiar that we take it something arbitrary, any value 0.35, 0.4. We really don't understand what is its significance. So there is lot of scope in this regard. Now slide visibility constraint is there, so I would not like to go to that extent about sharing all those things. So this is enormous scope is electric vehicle technology. When especially you are considering from the tribology point of view, perhaps I would like to say that tribology, if you are considering, this is the single most thing affecting the electric vehicle efficiency. Okay, so that's all from my side. If any particular question is there, I would like to take it. I think if Dr. Baratia is there, sir, I think
Yes, sir.
I finished with my constraint content. I would brief content. Thank you for this opportunity.
Sir, I am audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, good morning, all of you. Good morning, sir. Thank you, sir, for nice presentation and showing the applications of tribologies in the electric field or the recent trends in automotive technology. Thank you, sir. I welcome to forum to the professors and the research scholar. If they have any query, please ask to the sir. Okay, sir.
Okay, okay. It's fine, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay.
Thank you
Thank you
for
to
nice
all, and
presentation.
okay, thank you all. Okay, I will
Yeah.
leave.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Okay. The next session will be at 11:45 a.m. on hybrid electric vehicles case study by Mr. Akshay Mastood, who did his MTech in automotive engineering from College of Engineering Pune and ARAI Pune, of course. And currently he is working as a design consultant on one of the projects at Union Arab Emirates, Abu Dhabi. So he will deliver a lecture on hybrid vehicle case study. So we meet at 11:45. Okay.
Okay, sir.